Magic the Gathering is posted. I literally thought he died.
Where are you?
I'm so sorry. You literally told me you were going to post a video like 10 years ago. What happened?
Pricing, card design, gameplay, mechanics. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when Hasbro attacked. Only Mark Rosewater, master of all four elements, could stop them. But when the consumers needed him most, he sold out. 100 years passed when the players and I found a new channel, one that's really bad. And although his release schedule could use some work, he has a lot to learn before posting again. But I believe really bad can save the world. Or at least, complain about where Magic is going to be headed. Hello friends, my name is Really Bad at Magic the Gathering, or Really Bad for short, and today I wanted to make a video discussing the future of Magic the Gathering, especially considering the release schedule for 2026. To do so, we'll be taking a look at some of the pitfalls with the Spider-Man set, and then we'll take what we gathered from those observations and apply it to the plethora of leaks we've been seeing for the newest set, Avatar: The Last Airbender. And if you care, you can stick around till the end of the video to hear about why I may or may not have dropped off the face of the internet for the last 2 months. I'm sure we've all noticed the rampant growth of Universes Beyond that we've been getting as of late, and without mentioning secret layer drops, we've seen, well, quite a few in the year of 2025. In the Big 2-5, chronologically, we had Innistrad Remastered, and I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the set came out years ago. Then we had Aetherdrift, Tarkir Dragonstorm, Final Fantasy, Edge of Eternities, Spider-Man, and finally, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Does anything stick out to you after listening through this release schedule? For me, what sticks out is, firstly, the staggering rate at which we've been receiving new sets, where if we spread these releases out evenly, it results in a new set every 1.7 months, or at least every 7 to 8 weeks. Rough. Just when you thought you wanted to take your partner out to eat at Nobu, instead, you're stuck spinning slots on the newest collector box in hopes of keeping up with your pod. The second issue, and the one that's probably most pertinent to this video, is the quantity of Universes Beyond sets in relation to in-universe Magic the Gathering sets. In the aforementioned Big 2-5, we can track 3 out of 7 of total sets being Universes Beyond. And while not sounding all that crazy on the surface, in combination with secret layer drops being forcefully injected into our arm, it all just feels a touch overwhelming. But surely, with the rate at which the community has been complaining, the release schedule for 2026 has got to include more in-universe sets, right? Okay, well, maybe they didn't listen. So then the obvious next step is to ensure that these Universes Beyond cards are mechanically interesting, powerful but not broken, financially sustainable for consumers, and pushes the format into new and innovative directions. Huh, okay. Well, what's the problem here? And what can we expect from Universes Beyond in the future? First, I think we should take a look at the most recent set, Spider-Man. I think the first things to critique are the mechanics that were quote-unquote introduced and quote-unquote further supported in the set. I'd go so far as to say that most, if not all newer sets have this so-called two-pronged approach incorporated into card design. Aetherdrift had max speed as the new mechanic and further supported vehicles, while Edge of Eternities introduced Station and Warp as new mechanics and further supported artifact synergies, land synergies, and Final Fantasy was just broken. With the two-pronged approach in mind though, what new mechanics did Spider-Man introduce? Web slinging, for one, being the ability to return a tapped creature you control to your hand to cheat the cost of a larger creature, and they also introduced the Spider Hero Legendary Tribal and Villain Tribal. Boring. The set also had clear support for discard and mayhem, play from exile, clone, and +1/+1 strategies. Now, do these mechanics seem inspired to you? Do they seem relevant to the Spider-Man universe or the different planes of magic? Do these mechanics make you want to buy the set? In my humble opinion, no. But why is this the case? Let's first analyze the new mechanics, being web slinging and the hero-villain tribal introduced. Web slinging is honestly pretty fun. I built a Peter Parker Spider-Man deck and have found that cheating out big scary creatures is a pretty fun way to play Magic the Gathering. But for the cards themselves that have web slinging, I think there's a lot to be desired. Most of these costs seem marginally beneficial at best and rarely have a payoff that's worth bouncing something like a mana dork or even worse, a blocker back to hand. Further, cheating out creatures is nothing new to the epoch of Magic. With commanders like Mr. Foxglove or Animar, it's pretty normative and a relatively boring mechanic that has been done before. So why revisit it? It's easy and it aligns with the mechanics of the actual Spider-Man. Why have a theme set that's out of universe if you don't get some cool mechanics that support the main ideas of them? While this idea is definitely what informs Wizards of the Coast design choices besides the fire philosophy, I think it's simply not interesting enough as a mechanic to build a whole set around. Next, we have the hero-villain tribal. Come on. Tribal is probably the easiest thing in the world to build around design-wise. When you have X creature, Y happens. Oh my goodness! This frankly boring mechanic not only isolates the Spider-Man set to itself, because there are just simply not enough heroes or villains to support this archetype, but it also limits creativity and at the ease of which these cards can be integrated into other decks that you may already have. It's not like there will be other future sets in Magic the Gathering that could potentially incorporate these mechanics to further integrate universes beyond into Magic, right? Oh wait, it is. And I think that's one of the largest problems with these sets, and perhaps where card design in Magic's going. Day after day, Wizards of the Coast is proving to its consumer base that they are focused less on the fun factor of these cards, seen through relatively boring new mechanics, and focusing more on the money they can bring in through special editions, powerful chase cards, and the aforementioned support for future Universes Beyond sets. With Spider-Man focused so heavily on heroes and villains, it may come as a surprise that it could actually be teeing itself off to support a future set. But why would Wizards do this? Duh. To make more money off of Universes Beyond. With Marvel superheroes coming out, it's almost certain that the typing of villain will be popular on not only those cards, but even some of the Avatar The Last Airbender cards. Yeah, there's not a single hero or villain in the Avatar set, I just lied to you, I'm sorry. It seems like they're almost more invested in tying together the Fortnite universe of characters for UB rather than developing the in-universe characters we've known to love. Harking back to the earlier example of Edge of Eternities and stationing, I somehow had a deep, dark intuition that with the introduction of space and spaceships, that we'd see some Universes Beyond set that would align with those ideas. Little did I know how right I would be. So, Spider-Man sucks. I don't think I'm providing anyone with new information with regard to that. However, we just got a whole slew of release spoilers for Avatar The Last Airbender. And, oh boy, it seems like they are giving Avatar The Last Airbender the same level of care, the same level of attention to detail, and the same effort that Final Fantasy cards received, rather than the lackluster inclusion of new designs like in Spider-Man. With things like firebending allowing for the creation of red mana during combat, or waterbending to make spells cheaper, it seems like they had a clear design idea in mind for these cards while creating them. The cards are flavorful and have awesome references to the show.
But really bad. You were supposed to be taking a wet fart all over Universes Beyond.
With all of these supposed perks in mind, let's now take a critical approach in reviewing this set, even before it comes out. I don't think that blinking, animating lands, making spells cheaper, and producing red mana are honestly super interesting format shakeups for the game. Nor do I think that this set, although being tailored well for the Magic universe, is honestly all that interesting.
You muzzled apple?
It may come as not a surprise at all, but I think that myself, alongside many other people within the community, are fatigued at the rate at which Universes Beyond sets are releasing, and quite frankly, sets as a whole, as well as being disappointed at the prices with which these new cards are being listed as. With the stark price hike and then rapid decline of Spider-Man, I think the community is finally learning firsthand the disappointment that Universes Beyond can provide. And listen, I get it. Avatar looks amazing. Some of these early leaks made me jump for joy and aggressively twerk at the exact same time. I saw Iroh Dragon of the West, and I saw Avatar Aang, and I just started crying all over the place. Look, I love Avatar. I've seen the show 4 times over. But the point I'm making here is that even when they knock it out of the park mechanically or flavor-wise, I don't think it's sustainable to keep moving at this pace. Because recall, this is just one more Universes set in the collection of UB sets that we've received already, and we're immediately rolling into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the entire Marvel Universe, The Hobbit, and Star Trek in 2026. It's like we're living in the Magic the Gathering version of the Disney Plus timeline. There's no time to breathe, no time to process, and no time for the secondary market to stabilize. It's just consume, consume, consume. And meanwhile, the prices are doing backflips while unemployment's at an all-time high, the planet continues to warm, and the US credit card debt hits an all-time high. Sorry for the news report. Spider-Man's collector boxes literally went from $500 in selling a kidney to $140 and your LGS giving them away like free sandwiches. The literal one-day price chart looked like a crypto rug pull. I half expected someone on YouTube to make a Spider-Man stole my life savings thumbnail with red arrows and a crying Wojak. And that's the strongest argument against the overload of UB sets. The consumer gets hurt every single time. The gameplay suffers, the financial stability suffers, the identity of Magic suffers, and all of that stems from Hasbro's relentless push to turn Magic the Gathering into the Fortnite of card games. So what can we do, and what is the future of Universes Beyond? Here's my take. Number 1, we're not going back. Universes Beyond is sticking around, and if anything, it's just gonna keep expanding. Hasbro sees this as their main cash cow, and honestly, they have a right to. It's been making the most money in comparison to other sets. 2, I think the flavor will be getting better. If Final Fantasy was the sort of peak of flavor of a Universes Beyond set within Magic, and Avatar sort of following suit, I think it shows that Wizards can nail it. When they care, they care. But when they don't, we notice. The third thing, I do think that design complexity will keep creeping upward. Not only with respect to the two-pronged approach I was talking about earlier with the idea of a new gameplay design and then supporting older gameplay designs, I think we're just gonna start seeing more and more paragraphs of text, more and more new mechanics. We're not asking for these, right? But we're getting them. So buckle up. Number 4, I think prices will continue to keep fluctuating just like the stock market. People are going to FOMO so hard into launches and get burned. And this is going to happen over and over and over again. Cards are not stocks. Spend your money wisely. 5, Commander is the gravitational center for Magic the Gathering now. Everything is built Commander first. That's the business model. That's the audience. But with these ideas, here's the truth. Magic the Gathering players are cockroaches. Stay with me now. We survive anything. We survived Dockside Extortionist. We survived the great banhammer of Dockside Extortionist and Nadu getting banned. We survived the serialized chase cards. We will survive Aang producing 8 different kinds of mana as if he were a chromatic orrery, but a little bit balder. We will survive the really lazy TMNT face cards. We will survive Star Trek. Look, the game has weathered 30 years of questionable decisions, and it will weather 30 more, because the community, you, are what keeps it alive. You and I complain because we care, and we care because this game means something. So, am I concerned? Yes. Will I pick up a collector pack or 2? Also yes. After all, hypocrisy is my favorite mechanic. Thank you so much for stopping by my small channel and giving me an honest shot. This has been really bad. And until next time, firebend 2 mana to pay for a like, earthbend a subscription, and comment something you either love or hate about the upcoming Avatar set. Because after all, who doesn't love a little bit of polarization? Hi guys. Hi. It's been a while. It's been a while, and I recognize that. But I'm gonna say the reason, and then you're gonna feel so bad for getting mad at me, even though I don't think anyone got mad at me. I'm gonna say you guys got mad at me so that you guys feel bad. This is just master level manipulation. I lost my job. Ouch. Got terminated. The role got terminated. I wasn't fired, so that's good. And I'm young, so it's like not the worst thing in the world, but I lost my job and I moved at basically the exact same time, and I just wanted to get all of my ducks in a row before I was not only comfortable and situated in a new environment and in a new system, but also with some job stuff happening in the background. Look, I love YouTube, but this isn't my main, you know, this isn't my full-time thing. I would love it to be a full-time thing, but it's not right now, right? And so, gotta get a job. Gotta have a roof over my head, right? So that's why I took the momentary pause. I've been jobless, insert job application meme.
Hey, you wanna see something cool?
And I've been on the hunt for something ever since then. But I finally reached an okay place with everything, hence why I'm making this video. So thank you for sticking around and hearing me out and giving this channel an honest shot. I'm back, and I'm here to keep providing the awesome videos that you guys subscribe for in the first place. If you want to keep chatting with me and the other beautiful members of our community, we have a Discord. It's pretty cool. Links in the bio, and I'll also throw it up on the screen. I tried doing a QR code, but I'm not gonna lie, paying for a subscription for a QR code service just isn't in the cards right now. So until then, we'll do with a link. Last but not least, I just wanted to shout out this awesome PROXY company, person that I reached out to a couple weeks back to do some commissions. They do phenomenal work. If you're taking a look at some of the art up on screen, I mean, it is just awesome. Really, really awesome. So feel free to check out their stuff. It is truly top tier. I love you all. If you stayed this long until the end of the video, comment job application. I love you all. Be good, be safe, don't overspend on collector boxes. Be smart about UB. We all know what's happening. All right, bye guys.